Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Evening Beat. Thank you so much for joining me on this Tuesday night. We do have a little bit of active weather moving through our area, so I wanted to bring in our weather forecaster, Derek Overland, to join me for just a quick check on things. But first, I think we wanted to pull up the MnDOT 511 map just to see how things are looking out on the roads right now. And we're seeing some fully covered roads at this hour out near Casson and Owatonna. Not too many crashes. There's one crash out near Owatonna. Let's take a quick look at that. Even the cameras are fully covered, so you can't see.
It's a very sticky snow. It's a very sticky and wet snow. That was to be expected because of how we're right in between that line of rain and snow. We have a very warm snowfall, and so also very fluffy for a little bit. I just went outside.
Some crashes near Albert Lee.
Yep, there was a couple jackknife semis, I know, towards I-35 and Albert Lee. The snow, I went out and I checked the snow in the patio, and it's starting to turn into more of a fine grainy snow, it seemed like. There are still some big flakes in there, but I don't think it's going to accumulate too much more if it does turn into fully just that really fine grain-like pellets. But there were still a few fluffy flakes in there, so maybe there would be a few flakes that stay, pretty fluffy and give us some accumulation. So, but the snow looking to end round. Pretty much ending already in the northern Iowa area. It'll end for the rest of us around the 9-10 o'clock hour tonight. And then after that, we have some quieter conditions for just a little bit. We'll have some showers and then eventually some thunderstorms that will really wash away all the snow and all this wintry precipitation that we see. Not looking to last very long. So here's a look outside. This is along Highway 14 by West Circle Drive, and you can see that snow really sticking to the camera. Roadways, not terrible, at least in the city limits. Outside of city limits, we can imagine that the snowfall is blowing into the roads, even though it's a very sticky snow. It could be sticking onto those cooler surfaces, especially over bridges and overpasses. There will definitely be some slick spots out there today, so just be careful here. And now looking at our Lewis Netto live camera here is once that loads. There we go. It's loading here. And we'll start to see really snow falling throughout northwest Rochester. And this is a good angle because this shows the higher angle because we're on a tower with this camera and a lot higher up. And you can see visibility is reduced throughout at least the northern side of Rochester. The southern side of Rochester, where our sensor's at here, still showing snowfall temperatures right around the freezing point throughout the area with east-southeast winds around 20 to almost 30 miles per hour in Mason City. So we are seeing some very windy conditions. Blowing snow will be a concern here throughout the rest of the snowfall. Now looking at future track radar, we do have this heavy band of snowfall that is just off to the north of Rochester. Now we'll start to see some snow tapering off towards I-90, eventually towards Highway 14, as the snow, the heaviest of snow, looking to move towards Goodhue County, towards Red Wing and Wabasha here fairly shortly. And looking at future track here, we'll track out the rest of the system. Around 9:30, we start to see it taper off, and then as we go into the early morning hours of Wednesday, this is about 5 a.m., we start to see some rainfall. That's really going to melt away all the snow that we see. So whatever wintry precipitation that we see, not looking to last very long because this rain, these showers and thunderstorms will wash that all away. By early Wednesday morning around 7:30 a.m., we'll start to see a little bit of a break, maybe a few lingering showers. But then as we go into the afternoon hours, we'll have another chance for a little bit of resurgency in the thunderstorms. Notice, I know there are small cells towards Highway 52, Mississippi River Valley, where they could be a little bit on the strong side for those cells, and that moves out. And after that, we're looking at some very quiet conditions throughout the area. And then we're looking at some warm temperatures too. Now looking at snowfall that we've seen so far, right around an inch throughout the area. And now this is estimated snowfall from radar. This does not account the melting that we saw earlier today and what we're kind of still seeing on roadways. So this is mostly what accumulated on grassy surfaces. And we're looking at about an inch, maybe some spots where we've seen an inch and a half so far. Again, not counting the snowfall that has melted. So that's how much precipitation we have seen though. Snowfall forecast for the rest of the day, we're looking at a combined total of around a trace to an inch. There could be a few spots. I know Rochester says 1.5. There could be a few spots that see around that inch and a half mark on the highest end, but I think we're sitting right around an inch to less than that, and that does account for the melting that we'll see. Red Wing, you're closest to the cities. The closer you are to the cities, the better chance of accumulating snowfall you will have. Rainfall will be the main thing for this system. We're looking at rainfall totals around a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch, possibly some places reaching that 1 inch mark, but still looking at a very good amount of moisture from the system that is much needed. And then looking at our storm outlook, here we have a level 1 out of 5 risk for some parts of the viewing area, mainly east of Highway 52 and in northern Iowa. Again, a very low risk for severe weather, but if we do have any strong to severe storms, it's looking to be hail and gusty winds for our primary threats. Tonight's forecast, we'll have those temperatures drop into the upper 20s, low 30s with that rain-snow mix, and then rain late into the overnight hours with gusty winds reaching 40 miles per hour from the southeast. For tomorrow's forecast, we'll have those showers and thunderstorms, temperatures in the 40s and 50s. So whatever wintry precipitation we end up seeing today, we're looking to be around that inch mark, not looking to last very long because we'll have those showers, the rain showers will melt it away, plus those temperatures being well above freezing. We will be windy though for our Wednesday with gusts reaching 35 miles per hour again from the southeast. Here's our 7-day forecast. We'll have those showers and thunderstorms possible for our Wednesday, and we stay warm in the upper 40s and low 50s throughout the rest of the week, and staying relatively nice and quiet. So some quiet conditions after Wednesday. Just got to get through today and tomorrow, and we'll have some real nice conditions to look forward to. Maybe a little bit cloudy, but a lot better than what we have been seeing.
I feel like Mother Nature is playing a joke on us. It feels very April 1st, like, excuse me, that we have a storm system moving through our area once again.
It's giving us a little bit of everything. Some snow, it gave us a little bit of mixing. It might give us a little bit more mixing later tonight as that transitions back into some rain showers, and then eventually we could have some thunderstorms move through the area. So it's a little bit of everything.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me on Evening Beat, Derek. We appreciate your help and coming in and sharing the weather with us. We know everybody in the weather department is tracking things very closely for us on your end.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, Derek.
Yep.
Well, we want to get into more headlines at this hour. Right now, we are continue to follow a story that started last night on a Rochester apartment. From the Rochester Fire Department responding to a house fire call just before 11 p.m. last night along 49th Street Northwest. The homeowner, a 69-year-old woman, died on scene according to emergency response crews. Tonight at 10, our KTTC Ryder Blair was sharing reaction from neighbors who heard an explosion come from the home on Monday night. This is what one of those neighbors had to say.
Sitting watching TV last night at about 10:45, we heard this big boom. We thought maybe somebody ran into our house or something. It just shook our whole house. So I looked out the front, didn't see anything around the side, and so then I looked out the back, and then I saw all the flames.
All right, and just want to make sure that everything is working before we get into our next story. Sorry, I'm still getting used to this system. All right, our next story, the Winona County Sheriff's Office with a warning for you tonight about recent amped attempted burglaries. Authorities say a suspect is driving to homes often in rural areas and knocking on doors. If no one answers, the suspect then enters the home and steals items. There have been a string of incidents in Winona, Wabasha, and Houston counties. The sheriff's office says it's not aware of actual entries into the home. The suspect's vehicle has been described as a maroon Jaguar with a Minnesota license plate. Another vehicle is described as a light blue Chrysler Town and Country. The law enforcement think they know who they're dealing with, the 69-year-old man, but they say he is not currently wanted nor has been charged with any recent crimes. Authorities want to hear from you if you've had a similar recent experience. All right, and our last story for the evening is Rochester police tonight expecting to have more details to release tomorrow after gunfire rang out in northwest Rochester, that part of town last night. Police received multiple reports of gunshots around 11:15 Monday night. Again, they say the shots were fired in the area of 56th Street and 55th Avenue Northwest. Shortly after, they found a man with non-life-threatening injuries at the Circle K gas station on 55th Street and Bandel Road. Right now, no word on who was involved in the shooting or the victim's name. We'll share updates from police as soon as we learn them on all of our platforms. All right, well, that is all of our headlines for this hour. Again, thank you so much for joining me on another Evening Beat. I will see you back here tomorrow night at 7:30. Again, you can look for more updates on the fatal fire. That will be in our 10 o'clock and our 9 o'clock shows tonight. We will also plan to have updates on our app as well as our website. And for the shooting investigation, we will be sure to bring you the latest details once we have those. I hope everybody has a wonderful Tuesday night. Thank you so much for joining me once again.